Hey, welcome back everybody to Tactics Ogre. We are going to Lambus Hill. Not to be confused with the Lambus from Gears of War, as if you could confuse those two. Completely different games.
So, the Almoricans think to deny reinforcement to your rooms at Camden. A fine stratagem on the page, but how long can this lesser force endure? We will crush them and harry the Almorica flank ourselves.
So they think we're the Fade, when in reality we are the main force. Unfortunately, I don't know. Fortunately, unfortunately for us, I've got to deal with 3 dragons, which isn't going to be too bad because I've got my got a dragoon on the field. You can see there's 3 Beastmasters, which is going to not make things good for me because they're going to get close to those dragons and power them up. And then if you can see there's at least two healers, a Valkyrie, and some flying hawkmen. So this is going to be, I think, a little bit of a challenge. Yeah. How much long this mission's gonna be? I say that because the dragons can really slow you down, but this right here will really speed it up. Unfortunately, I don't really reach right now, but I did put everybody in that position for exactly that reason, so they'd all get the bonus. I think they retain it. Okay, yeah, they still retain it until they use it. So either in terms of a counter attack or a regular attack, they'll retain that bonus. And then if she procs it again, then they'll get it. It won't double up, but it'll, just renew their bonus. If they already used it, that is. I don't care about you. You can just sort of chill. I wonder what happens if you get knocked down there, like do you just sit down there? Well, they probably rain arrows on top of your head. Because I can't imagine you can get back up after you fall down there. I guess it depends on where you're at. Like, if you fall down that really deeper part of the area, you're not coming back from that. But, I don't know, maybe if you fell down around where that... Yeah, around here, you could probably get back out of there. Come on, Denim, we can do it. It's all up to us, okay? Yeah, those bonuses are just fucking ridiculous, aren't they? The dragons have like 1,000 to 15,000 HP, and I am just okay. That one has about 2,000, so I was wrong. But I mean, just like doing 600 damage like that. There's 1,000 damage right there with the crit. Just ridiculous. And mind you, of course, you got these whatever you call them, Beastmasters that are going to throw healing items at them as well as power them up, so we'll have to sort of keep aware of that. But the quicker, obviously, you can get them off the board, the better. That's why you bring yourself a Dragoon, specifically with the anti-dragon abilities on it, or if you run into other monsters, you bring them with the anti-beast perks, whatever you call those. They're not really perks, they're debuffs. I just want to shoot him. Why can't I shoot him in the face? There you go. Oh no, I got light touched. This would be the perfect time to get rid of this dragon. I don't have anything to get rid of this dragon. She's just short. Ugh. Want to see something disgusting? We got some... Oh, well, never mind. I was going to say we got some healers slash beast tamers coming up. Yep. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought they might like throw like some sort of ridiculous healing potion, like, oh, I'm going to do half his health back. Oh good, there's 750 health. I got to now fucking whittle away again. Yeah, you try to get rid of them, but it's hard. They take more than one hit to get rid of. Probably should have killed the dragon instead. I've got time, right? Whoops, no I don't. Double shot. 1, 2, 3. And there's the Dragon Bane again. Alright, let's wipe their asses. I don't think I can get around to that side of that dragon. Nope. I'll just have to take out the one that's closest to me. That's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry. Fine. Fine. 1,000 damage. Side note, I don't know if you ever watched Whose Line Is It Anyways with Drew Carey back in the day. Probably too young, I know. But every time, you know, they would get to the end of a bit, you know, Drew would be like, oh, 1,000 points for everybody, you know. You know, and at the end they would determine who was the quote-unquote winner, and he'd get to do whatever. Anyways. One of the funniest episodes, by the way, side note to that, side note, funniest episode I've ever seen of that show was the one where they had Robin Williams on it. He was perfect. He was like, he's one of the best improv comedians I'd ever seen. And you get him together with, I can't remember their names, but there were these two other guys that have been on Whose Line in multiple different instances that are, I guess they're best friends. That's what I was told anyways. Colin and someone else. And Yeah, they were really good. That was a really good show. Still is. I mean, it's different hosts, different people, you know. But hi. Such a broken attack. Like, okay, I'm gonna, and some of these finishers are just like, okay, here's 250 damage you're gonna do to one guy, and you're gonna poison them. Okay, fine and dandy. Wait a minute, did I? Oh boy, I hit the wrong character. I meant to punch the dragon here, and instead I punched my the dragoon. Is not what I wanted. I know this wouldn't kill him, but you know, like, don't damage your own guy. Yes. All right, we're still. You're just gonna chill out here for a second. Triggered. Big boy. The Dark Blade is a ranged attack. Thunder Wave is a smaller but ranged attack. Shallow Slash is direct damage. Fun. What do you choose? I know what I'm choosing. That guy. No, I'm joking. I don't know, let's figure this out. I want to do Shallow Slash on him, but I don't think it's going to work. Oh, that'll do. Mush. Alright, you're dead now. Yep. That's just a regular old attack. Which is hilarious because we have the buff that allows us to do extra damage to dragons. That buff does not stack with our finishers. So if you go to attack a dragon and try to use your finisher, it ignores the fact that you are attempting to use the buff plus your finisher, and it overwrites it. Sort of like whenever the Berserker has Berserk, and you choose to use a finishing move instead, it doesn't do the finisher to every character in the Berserk range. It instead overwrites the Berserk. It allows you to attack one enemy, which is nice because sometimes you're in a big pile of your guys and it's just like, I can damage this one person, but it'll also hit 3 of my guys. And you're like, I'd rather it hit 3 of their guys and none of mine. But whatever. Whatever. Yeah, Cyclone Saber is dangerous as fuck. It is two-handed, we'll just call broadsword. And it's a ranged attack that you get at level 3 of your, well, it's not level 3 of your weapon, but it's your it's like after you've leveled up your weapon class to 30, it gives you access to that level 3 finisher, which is a range attack in this case, which is really good, because the bosses are ridiculously powered in this game. You're not going to approach 700 damage with Denim doing his finisher, you know, like that. At least not right now. Blah, 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 blah. I just want you guys to be happy and healed. Hooray. It is one of the things that I underestimate in games like this. but I very much am seeing the big advantage of it. You know, whether you're playing a game like this or you're playing an RPG, a lot of times what ends up happening is if you can deal enough, you have enough defense and you can do enough damage quickly enough, you basically negate the need for a healer. Because if they're dealing, you know, you've got 100 health and they're dealing 4 or 5 damage to you, it's going to be a while before they eat through that 100 health. Okay? Or some there are multiple of, so if you have 1,000 health and they're doing 10 or 20 or 50, it's not that big of a deal. But if you have 100 HP and they're doing 20 damage, then that's when you're going to have to start thinking about healing, because in a couple attacks from a couple of different enemies, inevitably you'll run into a battle that has multiple enemies in it, is what I'm trying to say. 3 or 4 people choose to gang up on one guy and they're dead. Healing, important, yes. See. That's when you start thinking about healers. This game, I've mentioned it before, healers delay. They keep your guys alive longer. Are they going to take damage? Yes. Is it going to be somewhat, I want to say, routine or incremental? There's not really going to be too much to worry about in terms of big damage. Like, she's doing roughly 200 damage times 2 is 400 damage. That's pretty good damage. I get that. But she's not one-shotting anybody, you know? This finisher, they do 50% damage, but it still gives opportunity for their healer to heal, for them to run away and heal, or what have you. But by healing your own characters and keeping them near full health, or at least above half health, you're delaying the possibility of them passing out like some of my characters are doing now, because they keep getting hit with a 700 or 1,000 damage finisher. And then obviously the more characters you have on the board, the more turns you get. The more turns you get, the more guys you eliminate, the faster the end game goes. So yeah, you can see I've got some pretty good choices here. I put it on top of the priest. I can hit those 3 guys. Gonna put it on top of the Hawkman and get those 3 guys. Except I think one of them is mine. So that's not good. Put it on top of the boss. It's gonna hit the Hawkman. See, it is my guy. That would be 2 guys versus 1 guy. Alright though, if you deal enough damage to kill... Oh, I didn't kill the second guy, but if you do enough damage to kill 2 guys, that's good. But if he heals 2 guys, that's bad. But if you resurrect 1 guy, that's good. I don't have enough for resurrection right now, but maybe another turn or so. If I don't use Boon of Swiftness or Major Heal. Or if I do, maybe I'll get lucky and get a Meditate. Get 40 MP out of it. Quickly! To the Abuna Copter. Uh-oh. You're dead. Alright, so we are down to here 1, 2, 3, 4 more characters. Yeah, it looks like we got 4 more enemies to kill. Luckily, they decided to line themselves up for what do you call that? Spear poke. Give them a little spear poke. Oh, actually, I missed the Abuna here. That's my bad. Trying to kill some people. Okay, settle down. Dead shot. And they're gonna hit you with the hand with this axe. It's gonna make you really sad, Panda. because I'm gonna do this next. Did you say acid rain? I know I did. Dead. Do 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 do. It does not have a lance, which is probably a big mistake on my part. I'm trying to balance out the number of characters that have XYZ weapon. So, you know, you'll notice that Berserker 1 has hammer, and Berserker 2 has axe. Canopus has axe and bow and arrow and magic. Yeah, we're gonna be down to one guy or two guys here in a second. It's a bit of a waste for a ruination, but I'm not gonna be able to kill the Abuna on this turn. Here it comes. Oh, that's just lightning strike. I don't care about that one. Beep beep. I have enough for resurrect now. Yeah, of course I'm gonna resurrect you. If I had like a half dozen more enemies to fight, I'd probably resurrect the other guy that's laying on the ground right now because he's closer to being dead. However, since I have more guys than I know what to do with, this is gonna go very quickly. Do like a shallow slash. See what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. Double damage. So she critted. She did 600 and about 635 damage there. Fortunately, the Abuna thinks it's full, and it's cool to make me look like a fool. So we're just gonna have to. Yeah. Bye bye, Abuna. And now we're gonna light you on fire with water. And one more guy. Hooray, it's my Berserker. Would you like to do the finishing touches? Boom.
This is no detachment.
I am the true host, it's true. I mean, my army is the true host, not religiously speaking true host.
Only a feint. It's Barnesia Castle they seek.
The Dark
The
Knights.
Dark Knight.
These are all true statements there, sir. Well, I have defeated yet another boss, so let us move on to the castle, which we'll be doing in the next couple episodes. Until then, I hope you have a good one.